My name is Ali Usman, right?
He likes China.
I've been here in China for 5 years now, right? I've been living here with my family. Chinese, they do care and they do have a special space in their hearts for Pakistanis, same as we do.
He's an IT expert.
I work with this company, NetSol Technologies, right? They provide enterprise software solutions to auto finance and leasing companies. I've got an amazing support from my team members.
He works very hard.
Putting your personal stuff, personal things on the side and putting more focus on the work. I think hard work always pays off, always. But if you want to grow, you have to come out of your comfort zone.
What will he bring to you in this story? When in China. Welcome to this edition of Ali Usman's Life in China. Ali Usman started working in 2008 as a banker, and he joined Nestle in 2012 and moved to China in 2015. He is now in charge of the IT sales and leads the client management team.
The company has been amazing. I mean, the way they treat their resources, the way they treat their employees, we're just like a family, right? And surprisingly, and that's amazing that how this culture, keeps on moving from one office to another. I started off with NetSol in Pakistan, right? And this culture was there, that every resource, every employee was considered as a family member of NetSol company, right? And similarly now here where I'm in China, my boss is Chinese, right? He's a very experienced person. So the same culture is being, shared here as well. I've got an amazing support from my team members, right? Which helps me to achieve what we need to achieve, right? At times we fell short as well, right? But nevertheless, the company is there to support us. They are willing to support us at each and every step.
After intense daily routines, Ali usually chooses to relax over a cup of coffee. His consistent hard working is the commitment to the year.
One of my professors in my university always used to say that the day you will, stop having the urge to grow, that means that you have planned to start preparing for your death. Okay, so that means that if you're not growing, you're dying, right? You can never be at the same position, and you can think that it would always remain the same, and you don't need to go anywhere else, right? So I also think that I always have the urge to grow.
Stepping out of the comfort zone is never that easy. As a successful IT expert in Pakistan, Ali had never thought that he would work in another country, but he made it. And it is rewarding to start a new career with different cultural experiences and achievements.
I look myself in my career that, if I look at myself around 12 years back when I started my career to where I am today, right, I see that there's a progress that I've made over the years. For me, let me tell you something, I was a kind of a person who was very comfortable in his own comfort zone, right? So when I used to think that I was in Pakistan, I could have never imagined living anywhere outside of Pakistan. Because I started off living in a joint family system, we were very close to each other with our family members and everyone, right? So I could never have imagined living outside of Pakistan. And this was, coming to China was a step which I had to take, which was out of my comfort zone, going out of my comfort zone, right? And I do appreciate one of my leaders, he was one of my first few bosses in NetSol, right? He has a very specific part in pushing me for this particular opportunity, right? Because he always told me that if you want to grow, you have to come out of your comfort zone, right? And that's what I did. I took the opportunity and I came out, right? I never knew this target in particular, that we moved to China. I'll be very honest with you. I think that I was lucky enough, I was blessed enough to have this opportunity. I did wanted to grow in my career, but I never knew that I would end up with an opportunity in China. So I would consider it myself definitely lucky for it, but at the same time there's a lot of hard work behind it, right? There's a lot of extra effort behind it. There's a lot of doing your putting your personal stuff, personal things on the side, and putting more focus on the work, right? And working hard for it. So I think hard work always pays off, always.
Ali has worked and lived in Beijing for 5 years. His family likes China as well, and all of them have been used to the new life here.
You know, the people in our neighborhood, right, everybody have been so supportive initially, because I remember, this is something very interesting, because sometimes I do understand that the people, you know, they can't speak English, right, but yet they're still willing to help you out, right? This is something so amazing. They know they can't speak the language you speak, and you know you can't speak the language they speak, right? But at the same time, they're willing to stand out, willing to take out time for you, right? Let's say if I'm going somewhere, I'm stuck somewhere, I don't know the address, or you know, I'm standing in the middle of the road or something, right? I would probably ask the next person walking on the street, right? And that person would stop to help me out, right? Why? Right? Because see, people here, you know, I think that, you know, they're very, very caring, right? To be honest, they care a lot, and I think that is something which is very close to my heart. And to be honest, let me share something with you, that you know, being a Pakistani, this is what I've experienced, that you know, Chinese, they do care, and they do have a special space in their hearts for Pakistanis, same as we do, right? Very, very small experience, but I would always remember this. I was in Guangzhou for an official meeting, and I was supposed to travel to a client's office, right, from my hotel, right. I got a taxi. I ordered a taxi as normal, right. And the moment I sat down in the taxi, the driver asked me that, where are you from, right. And I told him that I'm from Pakistan, and the driver did not charge me any taxi fare, right. So this was an amazing experience for me, right? And to be honest, you know, these are the same emotions, the love that we Pakistanis have for Chinese people back in Pakistan as well. I mean, we grow up surrounded with people, our parents, our friends, our colleagues, our school, right? We've been taught everywhere that, you know, China is just like a, you know, the best friend you can ask for. The country around the world, if you look around the globe, the best friend you can see is China. You know, back in January, we went to Pakistan for holidays, and you know, unfortunately, you know, the whole epidemic situation started, right, and we could not come back, right. So when we went there, we thought that, you know, maybe the whole situation would be better within a month, and we would be able to come back, right. But later, it got worse to a point that, you know, it started off in Pakistan, and you know, the flights were shut down, right. You know, before that, you know, for the previous 4 years, every time we went to Pakistan, you know, we always used to go for a month only, right? And so my kids always used to think, because they have spent the initial first few years of their life here, so they always used to think that our home is in Beijing, right? Because we spend the most of the time here, right? But when we go to Pakistan, we are just going there to visit our family, and then we would come back, right? So this time around, you know, that's very interesting, because my kids keep asking me that, you know, when are we going back home? Okay, because they always thought that this was their home, where their school is, right, where their home is, right, where all the toys and everything is, right. So they kept on asking me, when are we going back home? When are we going back home? So finally, you know, when this whole flight operations opened, and we were able to take a special flight, go through the quarantine period in Chengdu, and eventually we reached Beijing, right. So we are very excited to come back. We are very happy to come back. This time around, this was the first time, because previously, whenever we used to go to Pakistan, we used to come back after a month, we used to miss Pakistan. But this time around, it was quite different, because when we reached back, it was an amazing feeling, right. It was just coming back home, right. So me and my wife, my family, you know, everybody is so excited to be back.
Due to the COVID-19, Ali and his family had a long journey from Pakistan to Chengdu, their transfer destination, and eventually arrived in Beijing. During the 14-day quarantine, Ali felt warm for being taken good care of.
It took a long time, but I would say that, then again, right, it was an amazing experience, to be honest. It definitely is an intense experience because obviously when you're coming back from Pakistan, you're supposed to do 14 days quarantine, go through multiple tests, right? But at the same time, the people at the hotel, right, they were treating us as, just like chief guests, right? Whatever we were willing to order from outside or whatever the kids needed, because, they completely understood each and every situation, whatever we wanted for the kids to get comfortable with the food and everything, right? So they were very helpful, right? So those 14 days, they passed on very smoothly, right? Other than, of course, the restrictions were there, we weren't allowed to step out of the room, right, for even a split second, but that was for everybody's safety, right, for everyone's safety, right. So I think those 14 days were good enough for us, and we passed all the tests for me and my family, and then we took a ticket and we got here in Beijing. There was an amazing feeling to be back home. Balance is very important, right? Of course, I've got two kids. One is 8 years old, the other one is 6 years old, right? And as they're becoming, big, I have to pay more attention to them, give more time to them, right? At the same time, of course, my work is very important, right? I've been very lucky that my company has given me this opportunity to work in China for this particular job, which I think I'm really good at. Right, and I'm proud to be here where I am today, right? So I have enough value for the work that I do, and I do give a lot of importance to it. But at the same time, I think you always need to put a balance between both. You can never compare both of these situations, but again, they are totally different, right? So as long as my kids are happy, my wife is happy, right, and my work people, my bosses are happy, right? I think I'm doing a good job. Like any other person, my dream also is to become something big in my life, right? To achieve a higher, step in my career, right? But the most important part, right, is something which actually influences me, or I would say that something that attracts me is the modesty and the humility, the humbleness, right? This is one aspect, of your behavior that actually, attracts me a lot. So ideally, my dream is to reach at a good level in my career, at a senior level in my career. But at the same time, I want to have my foot on ground to be as humble as I can to people around me, right? And as down to earth as I can, right? This is something, which I've seen a lot in China as well, over my experience there. I've seen people, they've achieved a lot. They're at a very senior position, or maybe they're enough well off to have enough wealth that could somebody imagine in their life. But at the same time, they are humble, they are modest enough to talk to any other person around them and wouldn't have any kind of an attitude, or a proudness, that could so and nevertheless, right, this is something which I always believe that, if I get a chance in my career to go higher and higher than this, right, I would try to be more humble and more kind to the people around, right? Because there's a famous saying, that a tree with more fruits is always bent towards ground, right? But a tree without fruits is always standing tall. Right, so I think that it's very important that you stay humble, you stay down to earth, you stay kind to the people around you. It has become this convenient when you have this product and you see Chinese details written about the product behind. I'll just use this translator, the local app, try to take a picture. Every detail has been translated in. Yeah, sure, absolutely. I can have the precise detail about the product, right?
So when you buy things in the same market or shops, then you also
yes, we don't need to ask anybody to come and help us. There are plenty of these in the market, and you can easily download plenty of these. You can help yourselves.